So today I just wanted to go make a video today, a short video about the fact that you are literally alone in this world, and whether you want to admit it or not, yes, you may have friends, yes, you have family that care about you, but it's not the same care that you have for yourself. It's not the same care that you have to want to succeed in order to be healthy. Yes, people might want the best for you. Yes, people might want to do something for you, but no one actually is doing any actions in order to make your life feel better, be better. The only person who can take steps towards that is yourself. And this is where I want to go in here today and just establish some facts, and probably the reason you clicked on this, to warn you, this is not going to change your life. This is going to just give you tips and information in order for you to do that, in order for you to go in the right direction. So yes, watch as many YouTube videos as you can, teach yourself, and then implement the knowledge. What's important is implementing knowledge, not just teaching yourself. You can teach yourself as much as you want. You can become an interesting person, yes. But in order to actually see change, in order to see yourself develop and become better, you have to start implementing it and take actions. So the first thing I want you to get through your heads is that no one cares about you. No one cares about you enough for them to sacrifice themselves for you. The only person who does that is yourself. And yes, I'm talking a little more about strangers. So if you take strangers' opinions on a high pedestal, then I think you should evaluate yourself and how you feel towards yourself, because the only person who really knows you is yourself. If you know that you don't fit the same version that they have of you, then okay, maybe you should reconsider. You could think about the fact that okay, maybe they have noticed something about me that I'm not noticing myself. But if it's something that you clearly know, and you clearly know that they're just trying to harm you, trying to make you angry, then why are you wasting your time spending your time on them? There's other things you could be doing. There's other things that you could be thinking about. So thoughts develop into actions, and this is where it kind of begins the cycle. So yes, you should be controlling what you think, and a lot of the times people don't have that control. So what I would say to that is, if you find yourself in a negative headspace, just start. I might juxtaposition myself, because you can't look in the mirror and tell yourself, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that, because that is in a way lying to yourself. But you could make micro habits and micro changes that will form and compound into bigger ones. So get it through your head that no one actually cares about you as much as you care about yourself. If that makes you feel worried, then there's something else to evaluate with yourself, because this should be freeing. This should be something that should make you feel better, not worse. Because the idea that you can do whatever you want and still get to where you are, to where you want to be, even if you want to embarrass yourself. A lot of the times, look, I'm making YouTube videos right now. If people from my school found out, yeah, I'd probably get embarrassed, to be honest. But I know that in order for me to put myself forward, in order for me to share my opinions and be someone, I want to have like a voice outside of my own social circle. I want to share what I learn. I want to share my knowledge. So yes, I might be a little embarrassed if people found out, but so what? So what? People don't care enough. People don't care enough to do something about it. And if they do bully you for it, then so what? As long as you know that you're objectively doing the right thing, which then brings me on to my second point, is that you should be selfish in the actions that you know that are objectively going to get you somewhere. For example, if you know that you have to start going to the gym, and you set yourself a routine, and one of the days you're like, okay, my friends want me to go out and they are getting mad at me that I'm not going out as much as I used to be, because to restaurants or shopping, then you objectively know that the right thing to do is to continue going to the gym and continue putting that effort, continue not spending money on restaurants and food and going out. But your friends might get mad at you at that. Then it's time for you to reevaluate your friends and realize that maybe you're hanging around the wrong people. Maybe you're hanging around the people that are not changing and developing as fast as you are. So there's a lot of times when we just have to sit down with ourselves, take a camera, take a notebook and just write down what we think and how we feel and what we want to change, and if we're going towards the right direction, if the habits that we're doing every single day are bringing us to the right direction. So yes, sometimes it is hard to say no. I sometimes find myself really mentally persuading myself, seeing that I have another side, being like, okay, but you can do this after, you can do this after, like, you know, you can fit everything in. But what happens is that I have so many things going on that my efficiency goes down, I'm not as productive, I'm more drained, and is this how I want to feel? No. So the objective thing for me was to say no. Now, yeah, this brings me on into making objective decisions, because a lot of our minds, we're human beings, we're based on feelings. We constantly we're constantly thinking about making decisions about how we feel inside and what we want inside. Basically, we're seeking immediate gratification, but this is all in the subconscious mind. A lot of our habits are formed in the subconscious mind. So you have to force yourself consciously to realize how you're thinking right now, realize what you want, and change that. A lot of the times, we are in automatic behaviors. Automatic behaviors is when we're bored, we pick up a junk food, we pick up a cookie. But yeah, I'll be honest, I have like a skin picking thing where when I'm bored, when I'm stressed, I like scratch at my skin, I scratch at my arms, I scratch at my back. So I used to always realize that after 5 minutes, and then I would be like, okay, I have to stop. So what do you do? What do you do? Like, let me ask you this question. What do you do when it's stressful? What do you do? Do you bite your nails? Do you scratch yourself? Do you pick at your skin? Do you fidget? And you have to kind of, yes, there are other behaviors that you could be doing that are much worse than this, but still, if you're trying to change for the better, then you kind of have to write down a list of habits that you want, a list of habits that you don't want, and try implementing them every single day, because they compound. The third thing I want to say is that you should learn from people, because a lot of the times we're so stuck in our own worlds and our own feelings and our behaviors and our lives that we forget that there's so many people around us that go through daily challenges and their daily problems, which we could learn from them, which we could not make the same mistakes as them. So ask questions, listen to the people, because a lot of the times we just talk and we talk about ourselves, and people think you are egotistical and that you're obsessed with yourself. This is not how you should be wanting to look towards people. You should be constantly seeking knowledge, asking questions about their lives, about their mistakes. And yeah, now the last thing is constructive criticism. A lot of people don't like to be criticized. I get that. Well, again, that's a subjective thing. Yes, people don't like to criticize because they feel like this is their self-worth, this is how their status is, and how they are being seen by other people. But a lot of times it's not that deep, because if one person doesn't tell you, it's better to know something than just stay hidden in the dark. If someone knows you have something going on that you think you should change and will affect your interactions with other people, why not one person tell you that instead of everyone else around you knowing that but just not telling you? So ask for constructive criticism. Ask your family, someone who's really close to you, what can I improve on? It's really not that deep. It's really you just improving and being better. If that's truly what you want, then you should strive that, not be scared of it. Okay, I'm getting too much around. Okay, hopefully you guys learned something, and if you guys have any questions, please do ask. And also, I do want to say that I'm still learning. There's so much for me to learn and understand, and this is just what I've picked up on so far, and there are things that I still need to develop on me. But as human beings, we are not perfect, and we have to accept that, but that doesn't mean we have to stick with it and not change. It just means that we have to get better. And that's it. Bye guys.